It's all normal right now. I would say if you're a little dehydrated, Friday, he was able to just drink and recover from that. And yeah, everything looks great.
I don't know.
I didn't think so.
Probably start coming back to you, and you look
Jeremiah 29, verse 11. God says, I know the plans I have. But also check with time because he started doing walkouts. I mean, I'll check those areas. So that 4, 5, 6. You could check to see if you requested. Remember, there's a whole ISO spreadsheets that those spreadsheets that you're looking at. Yeah, the colored one. Yeah, we have it as a stuff. I'm gonna go there. All right. Then, it looks like it's
Hey,
uh,
Hey family, what's up? What's up? What's up? We're gonna get started in 2 minutes. My computer died, so I'm just getting my charger. I had to log onto the phone, so you guys were all right. I'll be there in 2 minutes, y'all. Welcome to the call. Grab your pen and paper. Grab your calendar if you got one. If you don't have one, draw one out on a sheet of paper. Okay. Today is gonna be an action session. We're gonna be not too long, but it's gonna be valuable. But just make sure you got pen and paper and something to write with. One more minute, y'all. I'm just waiting for my computer to reboot and we'll kick this thing off. Hang on 1 minute. See, just because y'all waiting on me for once, it's taking its own slow time. Let's see. If it doesn't reboot in 5 seconds, guys, I'll just do it from my phone. But 1 second. Okay, y'all, I guess it don't want, okay, here it is, it's up. I just was about to say it doesn't want me to be great, but it's up now. 1 second. Tap off. Okay, guys, welcome to the call. Appreciate y'all for hopping on. Let's see if I can spotlight my video so you all can see me. What's going on with Zoom today? It's just tripping. All right, guys. So appreciate y'all for hopping on, especially super last minute. You know, this call was not scheduled. It's not something we do regularly, but I was so fired up from the call with the Garrisons last night that I said, listen, we're going to have a lot of little pop-up trainings this week because it's all about massive activity. Like they said on the call, it's all about staying in phase one, right? So that's where all of us need to be. We need to be back in activity mode. I know a lot of people on the call, promoted to P150 and some promoted to P600, but we don't want to get caught up in what we call management mode, right? Where our activity, decreases because we're looking for productivity out of our team. Now, yes, do we want our team to work? Absolutely. But we cannot become dependent on that, okay? We're the leader. We got to drive the momentum that we want to see in our group. So we got to always make sure that we're in production mode, right? Because remember what we always talk about on the trainings is that what you do well, your team is going to do half as good. What you do wrong or bad, they're going to do twice as bad. So you got to keep that as a gauge in your mind to make sure you're always, putting your best foot forward. Because if you're running the play, guys, your team is walking the play. All right. If you're walking, they're sitting. If you're sitting, they're laying down. If you're laying down, they dead. Okay. So you got to gauge everything that's happening in your organization. And this is for anyone on the call, even if you have no organization. If it's just you right now, today is day number 1. Okay. Everything can change in all of our life in the next 90 days. This doesn't have to take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. In the next 90 days, everything can change. All right. Some of y'all on this call, if you really put your head down and go to work over the next 90 days from now till the end of the year, next year is going to look completely different for you. But you have to just decide today that you're going to do what it takes. So I'm sure most of you all on the call have already made that decision. That's why you're here, right? That's why you're here. You could be doing anything else, but you decided to hop on this quick call. So today, y'all, I'm going to give you guys a special group set of instructions. All right. This is for people who want to go P150 this week. And like I said, some of you on this call may be unranked right now. You may have no teammates, or you may have one teammate. Doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't matter. We're leveling the playing field right now for everybody. Even if you have absolutely no one in your team, we're putting it out right now that we're going to talk about on this call what you need to do this week to get this done this week. Okay. If you're on the calling, maybe you're already a P150, maybe you're a P600, you might even be a P1000. Doesn't matter. We're going to reset and say, hey, I'm going P150 again this week. So someone go ahead and drop in the chat for me. Okay. What is a P150? What do you need to qualify as a P150 in our business? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Let me see who's on it. Who knows? Okay. We got to make sure that the goal is clear to know we can hit it. All right. Andre said 3 active customers. Yes. Family, to get to P150, that means you need 3 active customers. So right now, if you're on this call, and if all of us are going P150 this week, okay, that means we're starting right now with a mindset that we have no customers. So even if you have customers right now, guys, I want you to think right now, I have no customers. My goal between now and Friday is to get 3 new customers. Okay, 3 new customers. Write that on your sheet of paper. All right, that's the goal for this week. I know every single person on this call right now can do it. I'm doing this with you guys. Okay, so we're gonna be watching the group to see who's actually running the play. Because me personally, I'm gonna go P150 this week. Between now and Friday, I'm committed to getting 3 new customers in the system. Okay. If you're committed to getting 3 new customers this week, drop some ones in the chat. I got to make sure I got you guys buy-in, right? I got to make sure I'm not doing this by myself. All right. I see Andre. I see Raquel. I see Monisha. They're ready. Who else? It's a lot more of y'all on the call, right? Siobhan, Darryl. All right. Derrick, Claudine. All right. That's what I'm talking about, right? We're going P150. Sandy, I see y'all. All right. We're going to go P150. So here's how you do it. Remember, y'all, if y'all were on the Super Saturday this weekend, there's only a couple skills we really need to master to really blow this thing up, okay? You got to become good at edification and inviting, all right? Edification and inviting, all right? As we go through the ranks to Platinum 600, Platinum 1000 to Chairman, you will start presenting. And I see a lot of y'all who are on here right now have stepped up, grabbed the presentation, and you're practicing. you're going to start presenting the information. Okay. Now, great. Now to go P150, a P150 doesn't really necessarily have to present. A P150 is typically someone brand new in the business. They don't know the presentation, right? So in order to go P150, guys, you just have to know how to edify and invite. So I want everyone to get into that mind frame right now that this week I'm going to become a master edifier and a master inviter. I'm inviting to the calls. Now, the great thing about this is we have a call every night at 8 p.m. that I do. I'm going to be doing it and sharing it with some leaders this week. So guys, here's why every single one of y'all on this call, I want to really encourage you to get serious about getting good at the presentation. Because I know some of y'all on the team are comfortable at 8 o'clock getting your guests in front of me. You're like, I don't mind putting them on a call with Sophie. But any other leader, I'm not sure. We have to change that. We've got to be so strong as an organization that anyone can put any guest on any call, no matter who's presenting, and they know the job is going to get done. So that's why I need you all to step up and become that person. So if we start to have a 6 p.m. call, no one's saying, hey, I ain't putting my guests on 6. I got to wait for Sophie at 8. No, go put them on the call with Raquel at 6. Put them on the call at 7 with Ultimate Ray. Put them on the call at 3 with Critique. Put them on the call at 1 with Darryl, right? That's what we want to build here, because our organization can only grow, right, proportionate to the amount of leaders that we have. How many people in this group are going to be smashing the presentation? If you know you're making a commitment, okay, not only to go in massive activity mode, but to get good at that presentation, I need y'all to drop some sevens. I need you to be able to wake up in the middle of your sleep and someone say present, and you could just start saying, hey, you know, the foreign exchange market, right? Y'all, I've done the presentation so many times. I can literally be asleep and someone could just touch me and say, Sophie, you on Zoom right now, and I can just start talking. And they could put up any slide and I'll know where to start and what to say. I wasn't like that at the beginning. I sucked at the beginning, but I've done the call so many times, I can do it in my sleep, okay? So I want y'all to really realize that the only way you're gonna get really good at the call, okay, the only way you're gonna get good at the presentation is to do it. You're gonna start off, you're not gonna be that great at the beginning. That's fine, y'all. Remember this, your guests who you're inviting to the call have no idea what you're supposed to say on that slide. So even if you totally screw it up, no one knows, okay? So don't think, you know, you're being graded. You're not. Just showing up is half the battle. Just do it. Some of y'all been on my presentation so many times, I know y'all can do it. If I was to say, hey, if I was to pull up a slide right now, and we're gonna start doing that through this week, because we're gonna have, this is gonna be boot camp, right? Because this organization is gonna have the coldest presenters in the whole Run the Play Nation. I'm speaking it right now. Because I see the quality of people we got on this team. I see the type of leaders we have. You guys are just second guessing yourself. I have no doubts in my mind that when y'all start presenting, your presentations are gonna be amazing. You just don't know it, okay? But the way you're gonna learn, the way you're gonna improve, the way you're gonna get better is to what? You gotta practice. You gotta show up. And I don't want y'all to just start practicing on Zoom with nobody. I mean, from the first time you do your presentation, invite some people. Invite some people, because here's what's gonna happen. Some of y'all think you are gonna suck at the presentation. You're gonna invite some guests on the line. You're gonna do the presentation because you're gonna get through it. And guess what? Maybe not the first presentation, maybe not the second one, but as you're in practice mode, people are gonna start joining the business. You know what that's gonna do for your confidence? You're gonna be like, gee, I'm not even good yet, and they signing up. So imagine when you really master it. I'll share with y'all what happened to me when I joined this business. So I've been really slacking. So I had to like step it up as a leader over this weekend. I had to have a conversation with myself and Sophie. You got to do what was done to you. When I started this business last year, September 24th, I wonder if I got it in this, no, this is my 2020 calendar. If I was to go and look for it, but I won't. I started September 24th. That was like on a Thursday. Mr. Owen said to me, he said, Sophie, pull out your calendar, pick 4 days, pick 2 days that we're gonna launch you. You know, look at your calendar, pick 2 days where you're gonna invite people to the call, you know, to a presentation, to launch your business. I picked 2 days. When I picked those days, you know what he did?
he put me on his calendar. So I knew at that day and that time, Mr. Owens was going to be doing a presentation for me. Guys, he was a Chairman 100. When I knew, and I already made the commitment after picking the days, you know what I had to do from my first one? This was a Thursday. My first call was Tuesday. Thursday until Tuesday, I was inviting. I was calling everybody because there was no way I was going to get a Chairman 100 who sponsored me into this business on a presentation, and I had no one there. So I did what I had to do. I had to pull the phone back up. I had to call people. I had to invite. I have massively invited. If I could find the book, and I'll do it maybe later on tonight. I just don't feel like looking for it right now. I got my book with my list. I wrote like 150 names on the list, y'all. And this is just to show y'all how this works. I wrote 150 people's names on my list, and I started calling. I'll be real. I called like 120 of them because a few of the people were on my chicken list. I was scared to death to call them because they're like super successful, doing really good in business. And I was like, I don't know. You know, this is my first 2 days in the business. I call 120 people and invite them. Some people told me straight off the bat they couldn't make it. So I didn't put a X through their name. I just didn't circle them. If someone said to me, yes, I'll be on the call, I circled their name. Went through my list, circle it. I had about 80 people who said they would hop on the call when I initially invited them. Then Monday, I spent the whole day Monday. Guess what I did? I reached out to everyone on that list whose name was circled. Someone who had already confirmed to just double confirm that, hey, you're still good for the call tomorrow at 7? Yeah, I'm good. You know, yeah, I'm good. If they confirmed again that they were good, I highlighted their name. So now they have a circle and they're highlighted. So now I'm going through, and you know, out of those 80 that were circled, maybe 50 of them double confirmed, because that's how it works. People say yes, and then they start finding excuses. It's okay. That's not what we're concerned about. We're just doing the activity. So I had about 50 names that were highlighted. Guys, my first launch call, okay? My first call, and on the day of the call, y'all better believe I sent a text again, because I'm doing what I have to do to make sure that people are on this call. It's like if you're having a birthday party for yourself and you invite some people, you're not going to invite them a week in advance and don't follow up ever again. You're going to make sure the day before, hey, you remember, you know, tomorrow night, the party at the house? Yeah, I'm good. The day of, I found something to call for again. So the day of, I was like, hey, just making sure you've got Zoom downloaded. Here's the link for tonight. Because when I first initially invited them, guys, I didn't send out the link. I sent the link maybe the day before. Then the day of, I actually just confirmed to make sure they have Zoom. Like, hey, just making sure you've got Zoom, making sure you can get on the call. Yeah, and if they say, yeah, I'll be there. Now I'm checking my confirmations. Out of those 50 people, guys, 30 of them showed up on that call. My first call, I had 30 people on the call. Mr. Owens came on. He did his thing, right? And guess what? At the end of that call, because remember, the first conversation we had, we scheduled 2 meetings, right? So I knew I had one on Tuesday and I had one on Thursday. So Tuesday, I had 30 people on. At the end of that call, you know what he said? He said, listen, guys, what we're going to do is you should position yourself to get started with Sophia right now. And we're doing another call like this on Thursday where you can actually invite some people that you know to hop on to hear this information you heard tonight. So he's setting me up for my next call with the people who are already on the call. And then guess what happened, y'all? From Tuesday to Thursday, what was I doing every single day? What was I doing from Tuesday to Thursday, y'all? Let's see who knows. What was I doing between Tuesday after that call till Thursday when my next call was scheduled? I was inviting more people. I was inviting people. So what happened is Tuesday and Wednesday, I went back to that list. The people who weren't highlighted, guess what? They were getting the phone call first because they had already said they were going to hop on. They didn't. So let me call you. Hey, I'm having a call tomorrow. On Thursday night at 8. Can you make, are you available? Yeah, I'm available. Same process. Okay. In addition to the others on that list. So I had 2 calls that had like 30. The second call had like maybe 35 people. So guys, I want you to just think about this. Because I was laser focused on what I had to do, in 2 days, I had 65 people exposed to the information. 65 people. y'all knew that by the end of that first week, I was Platinum 600, right? Because if I got 60 people in front of the information, some of them are just going to get ready to start immediately. But the rest of them who had questions, I got them on a 3-way call with Mr. Owens. He closed the deal. That's where I learned the line, hey, after you're answering people's questions and they like it, listen, how does the 230, listen, sounds like you love what you hear. Sounds like you're ready to get started. Listen, how does the 235 fit into your budget? And they tell you, okay, I got it. And if they got the money, they sign it up. But this is where some people say, man, I don't know. I may need to wait till I get paid. Now you can really understand where people are at. Do they like the information and just don't have the money? But what my whole point is, y'all, is if we massively invite, and if you start treating, okay, you got to start treating this thing, having the posture that, listen, I can get my chairman leader to do a presentation for my people. I got to make sure I got people on the call. Does that make sense? See, a lot of y'all, and I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. And y'all know I'm cool people. I don't care. I'm super humble. Yes. So y'all, some of y'all so used to me doing the call at 8 o'clock. It's like, I ain't got to get no one on the call. Listen, if I have an opportunity to get people in front of Mr. Owens, that's when I do. That's when I get my best people in front on the calls. Because now I'm like honoring my leadership to say, hey, I know he's going to smash this call. Let me get people in front of him, because if they hear him, they're joining, or they're at least open to the information. All right. And that's why my goal this month, the next 90 days, I'm going to be in phase 1. So you guys are going to see me back to square one. Y'all going to see me introducing people to the group. I'm prospecting. I'm getting them in front of the information. I'm inviting to y'all calls. That's why I want y'all to start doing presentations so I can start putting my guests in front of you. This thing doesn't change because I'm chairman. If I'm prospecting something, I need them to hear from someone other than me. So I need y'all to be doing the presentation. So now I can put my guests on one of y'all calls, right? Now, I can start using you guys for 3 ways. This thing doesn't matter about rank. Our guest doesn't really know what a P1000 or a P5, they don't know what that is. So if I need a 3-way call and I call up, let's say Nicole, and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm telling my prospect, listen, I got, someone who I'm working with who knows 100% of the information. I mean, I'm definitely sure they can get all your questions answered. Hold on, let me get Miss Nicole Pinder on the line for you. They don't know that Nicole is a lower rank than me. Who cares? That doesn't even matter. The point is that Nicole ain't me, okay? Remember, if you're inviting people to your opportunity, you don't want to be the one closing them. Get them on the phone with someone else. Mr. Vince Murphy talked about it this week. We got to get our people on base by getting them on a 3-way. Does that make sense, y'all? So I want you guys to stop thinking of rank. Like, I can't do a 3-way because I'm only this rank. Or I can't do a 3-way call because I'm a P1. No, you know the information. You know the information. Our guests don't know nothing, so we know more than they do. So I need y'all to have that level of confidence. Like, listen, anyone put me on the call with anyone, I know the answers. And if I don't, it's okay to say, listen, that's a great question. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to get the answer for you. That doesn't sound like you don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like you just want to give them the right information. Okay? So I need y'all to kind of grasp that. So the whole point of this whole exercise today, guys, and why I said to get your calendar is I'm setting up my calendar for October. Okay? I got my presentation, and I have different leaders who have stepped up to host on different nights. Hosting, guys, is just the start. So there's 3 sections to a presentation. There's the host, okay? The people who actually, welcome people to the call, get people ready and excited for who they're about to hear from, okay? So you got the host, and then we're gonna have 2-part presenters moving forward for a while, because this is development, all right? I'm just sharing this with y'all as the family. We're gonna have someone who's gonna do the first half of the presentation, which is, cash flow quadrant part, and then share what the academy is. Then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna come in at the back end, at the business part, share the compensation part, and close out the presentation. So we're gonna have a lot of new leaders. You're gonna start seeing leaders on these calls at 8 o'clock who are stepping up and growing, all right? And what I need you all as the team to do is we gotta always play team. You got to always know that everyone is starting from somewhere. I'm confident in everyone that I'm putting on this call. Will they be amazing the first time? Maybe not. It's their first time. They're going to be nervous. But how are they ever going to get good? By just doing it, right? So I need you all to also buy into what we're doing. We got to start celebrating these leaders who are stepping up, because right now they're starting off new, but by the end of this 30 days, they're going to be beasts at this call, right? One of the leaders on the call right now, Mr. Darryl Smith. Darryl stepped up a while ago. He started to do a 1 p.m. call, okay? 1 p.m. call. When Darryl first started to do the call, he was a little shaky, but he does the call every single day. It doesn't matter if he has 0 people on or if he has 15 people on. He's doing the call. Now he can almost do the call in his sleep because he practiced. What we got to do, y'all, as a family is we got to get our reps in. We all got to be putting our reps in. That's the only way you're going to build the muscle. Okay? Presentations is what is driving our business. We've got to get people in front of the information. So we got to make sure that when we're sharing the information, we're doing a great job. But the only way it's going to happen is through practice. So I want everyone to actually start stepping up and presenting. Zoom is free. Get a free Zoom account. Okay? And what's going to happen is as you start to enroll people into the business, now you don't always have to say, hey, get them on Sophie's 8 o'clock call. They can just get on your 3 o'clock call. Now your team is honoring you. Guess who they're edifying to their guests? You. This thing, right? You have to build the foundation though. We've got to build the foundation. You know, Raquel and Jody, they started the lunch money call. They've been doing it for what, 2 months now? Those ladies, when I hop on those calls, because I randomly hop on calls, I'm like sitting over there like a proud mom, like listen to them do their thing. Because they've been doing it so many times now, you can just hear the difference in the first presentation and now, okay? And when you're doing these presentations, y'all, even if no one is on the call, do it anyway. Because practice doesn't make permanent. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So if you want perfect or perfection, you got to practice perfectly. Perfect practice means makes perfect. So I don't want y'all to think just because you go on there practicing, you ain't got no energy, your level low, ain't no one on the call. So guys, I do a presentation with the same amount of enthusiasm if there's 100 people on or if there's 1. Now, I ain't gonna lie, some nights when I do get on the call and the calls are light, it's like 2 people on, I'm so tempted to be like, y'all, I ain't gonna do it tonight. But if I see 1 guest, immediately I'm like, I have an obligation to make sure that 1 person who hopped on gets the information with the same level of enthusiasm if there was 500 people. So we gotta practice that way. So every time you get on your Zoom, I want you to be excited. I want you to do your best. Because family, that's all we can do is our best. I don't know about y'all, but when I get on these Super Saturdays, when I get on these training events, and I see how much like it's literally Black excellence, man. Like I'm so inspired to be as good as I could possibly good, because these are the people that I want to be. I want my name called in these same circles. So we gotta practice with a level of excellence. We need excellence to be our standard. That's what I want us to standard for this organization is excellence. We don't do things halfway, right? We don't do things 50%. We give it 100% every time in anything we're doing. That's gonna start to duplicate in our organization, guys, if we start that standard of excellence, right? So if we're gonna invite, let's invite the right way. If we're gonna present, let's present at that level. Right? I'm not saying to you, especially if this is your first time about to start doing these presentations, your presentation doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. It won't be when you first start, but just do your best. If it's your best effort that day, that's excellence. But if you know you ain't doing your best, then you know you're slipping, right? Because how you do anything is how you do everything. And we got to start moving as a unit like everything we do is excellence. If y'all buy in on us having a standard within this organization of just pure excellence, I need y'all to drop some 7s. I want to know you guys are committed to excellence, because I'm committed to excellence. Every time I get on a presentation, it doesn't matter how tired I am, how many calls I did that day, I do my best on the presentation. Sometimes y'all can look at me in my face and see my eyes are swollen almost. I ain't slept in days. You can tell I'm tired, but on that call for that 30 minutes, I'm gonna give it everything I got. And the reason being is because I have an obligation to the guests that you all put on the line. I can't get them a tired presentation. That's not fair to them, and that's not fair to you. If you did your due diligence to invite to that call needs to be bomb. And that's the way I need you guys to adopt that mindset. Like, when I do this, I'm gonna do this with excellence. And I promise you, y'all, if every time you do it, you just do your best gonna keep getting better and better and better. All right? So, all right, I see y'all are committed to excellence. That's all I want is your best. So when you guys start doing the calls, when we have other leaders start doing the calls, guess what? If they mess up on some words, it's all right. They're getting their reps in. It's almost like, go girl, like, I want to see you get through this, because I know that the first time is going to be the worst time. Every other time going to be better. It ain't going to get worse. It's only going to get better, y'all. So be excited about that. Be excited about getting that first rep in, because it's going to be the hardest one. Everything after that is going to be easier. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the names on this call right now. And all of y'all who are on here, like, I can already see it. Calls packed out, 100, 200 people. You're doing your best. You're killing the call. Your energy is on 100. You're delivering the information. People are excited to get started. You're done with the call. And guess what? You start seeing people getting added to the group. You just did that call. They signed up because of you. Because you moved with excellence. You did your best. You put your best foot forward. You were excited. Your energy was contagious. Y'all, I hope y'all ain't sleeping on what we have our hands on. We can literally get rich, y'all, from mastering a 30-minute presentation. The presentation ain't all day. 30 minutes of excellence. 30 minutes once a day. Now, some of y'all are going to take this thing to the next level and do several times a day. But for right now, just give it 30 minutes of everything you got. Just present the information that you know works. We ain't selling nothing to no one we don't think. We know it works. We're surrounded by the success. Right? Some of y'all on this call have already made money trading. You know that this works. Maybe you brought someone into the business who made money. You know it works. There's no doubt that this works. Now what you got to do is just transfer that belief to other people. That's it. That's all we're doing, is transferring our belief and what we have our hands on to other people. All right? So now, guys, let's move to the calendar. Here's what I want to challenge everyone to do. Okay? Here's what I'm going to challenge everyone to do. Our platinum 1,000 leaders and above, okay? So we've got quite a few platinum 1,000 leaders. Let's see who we have on the call right now. P1000s, we got James, and we got Raquel Aubrey, okay? Those are our platinum 1,000 leaders for right now, okay? We're gonna have a ton by the end of this month. It's already done. So guys, here's what we're gonna do. I need everybody on this call today, okay, to look at your calendar right now. Today is the 5th, okay? We already know that there's an 8 o'clock call every night that I host, and I'm going to be hosting with other leaders. I want everyone to write this down, okay? James Hall has a call at 6 p.m. every night, every weeknight, okay? 6 p.m. every weeknight. James is amazing at the presentation. Most of y'all ain't never heard him because you've never been on his call, okay? We have the schedule out now, and I want you to know, y'all, use the calls. Sometimes you've got guests who can't get on the 8 o'clock call. Get them on the 6 o'clock if that works for them. You got to start trusting the leadership, okay? I'm not going to put your guests in front of anyone who's whack, okay? All right? If someone's in development stages, if they're in training, we're going to share the call. So basically what's going to happen is even if they don't do too great initially, I'm there to clean the mess up. I can bring it back.
We don't need them motherfuckers.
Okay? I'm going to be there to clean it up. So be confident. Just invite. At 12 o'clock, so Raquel is going to correct me. Raquel, if you don't mind, we just talked about this today. So I don't think she's made the change. Let's go with the so right this week, 12 p.m. I'm going on the call. Okay, good stuff. Jody's here to boom.
Yeah, so we're
keeping
keeping the 12. We're keeping the 12 and the 1 for this week. We'll make the change next week.
Okay, cool. So Jody and Raquel, they alternate a call at 12 and 1 p.m. Okay. Now, Darryl, one of our platinum leaders, also has a 1 o'clock call. So we have 2 opportunities for a call at 1 o'clock. Now, we may need to we may adjust something now. So that may be something where we can maybe talk about Raquel, because you guys can keep the 12. Darryl has the 1. And if we're thinking about changing that second call, maybe we can put that later in the afternoon, maybe like a 4 p.m. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Just so that we don't have 2 calls at the same time within the organization. Make sense?
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
All right. But what I want everyone who's on this call right now, you're open to use any call, but I'm just going to make it easy for today. All my Bahamians, okay, everyone who's a part of Bahamas Traders, if you've got prospects, you can invite who are available during the day. Invite them to the lunch money call. Okay? Invite them to the lunch money call. Now, what I want you to do though, okay, I just want you to think of these times right now. We got 12, we got 1 with Darryl, and we've got 6 with James, we got 8 with me. That's 4 calls per day. And y'all, you better believe when these leaders start presenting, we're gonna have a call every hour that you can plug your guests into, okay? But let's just start with those 4. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at the schedule for this week. So the 6th through the 11th, okay? Because no weekends. Weekends are for the week. I want you to just pick a day. Pick 2 days, okay? Pick 2 days right now. Like write them down or circle them. Right now, just pick 2. I'm gonna pick 2 right now. Okay? I just picked 2 calls. 2 days. Now pick what time. Okay? So we're gonna treat this as this is your launch call. So you pick a date and you pick one of the calls I talked about, 12, 1, 6, or 8. Okay? And I don't want y'all to be biased. Don't pick you can pick the 8 if it works, but I don't want y'all to just use my call. Okay? I want y'all to utilize the other leaders. Okay? Pick a time that works for you. That's the 2 days you're gonna launch this week. Now, what does that mean? If you picked Wednesday, you got to do what I told y'all I did. From now till Wednesday, build your list and start inviting. I mean, I want you to be intentional with inviting to that call on Wednesday. Okay? I know I told you to pick 2. So if you picked Wednesday and Friday, let's say, that first, all your efforts right now is focused on Wednesday. Almost act like Friday doesn't exist. You're not asking people, hey, can you get on Wednesday? No, Wednesday, can you make it? No? Okay, I'll call you back. You're looking for the people who can get on Wednesday. After Wednesday is done, then we move on to Friday. I don't want y'all to think you got options. No, focused effort. Focus your effort on getting as many people on that first day that you chose. And I need you to choose it right now, and I need you to commit to it. Okay? You can't change it. You can't change your mind. If you pick the 7th is your day. The 7th at 6 p.m., the 7th at 8 p.m., the 7th at 12 p.m., whatever you pick, that's your day. Now you got to focus your efforts on inviting as many people as possible to that call. Everyone you invite is not going to show up. People are going to tell you they come in and they ain't coming. So if you want to make sure that you got guests on the call, guess what you got to do? You got to over-invite. I invited 120 people and 30 actually showed up. Was I upset? No, because I got 30 to show up. But if you want 5 people to show up on your call, guys, you cannot invite 5. Because I'm promising you, most of them ain't coming. So in order for you to get 5 on your call, I would say invite 50 people. 1 out of every 10 actually do what they say. The rest of the people, they lying. Okay? I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. So if you want 5, so I want you to set a goal in your head. How many guests do you want on that call? Pick it. This is, guys, the great thing about our business is we can choose. We can choose who we work with. We can choose when we work, and we can choose our income. Okay? So I want you to pick right now. If your goal is Platinum 150 this week, that means that you need to close at least 3 people this week, right? So if we need to close 3 people this week, 3 people can't see the information. We need like 30 people to see the information. So I would set the goal to have 15 people on each call, so that out of those 15, 1 to 2 of them are gonna sign up. So by the end of the week, guess what, guys? You got 2 to 4 people in your business, you're Platinum 150. You also got 3 entries in the drawing to win the Camaro. Y'all see how that works? Does this make sense? If this makes sense, y'all drop some 7s in the chat. Does this make sense to you guys? Y'all, this business isn't hard, It's really simple. Like, what we have to actually do, it ain't a whole lot. The little things that we have to do, though, we got to do it. Think about it. Inviting some people to a presentation that you don't even have to do ain't that hard. You just inviting, but we just don't do it. Okay? So pick your 2 dates. Let me just see who actually picked dates. Just drop your dates, your dates in the chat. The 2 days you pick. Like for me, I picked the 7th and the 9th. Okay, Andre picked the 8th and 9th. Anya picked the 6th and Thursday, so the 6th and the 8th. We got Wednesdays and Fridays. We got Thursdays and Fridays. Okay. We got the 8th and the 9th, Thursday and Friday. Okay. All right. The 7th and the 9th. All right. Y'all actually picked y'all dates. I love it. So whatever your first date is on that list, from right now when we get off of this call, your focus needs to be writing your list. Put everybody on your list. Guys, don't prejudge no one. Because in this business, the people you think will join will not. And the people you think won't be interested at all will be the ones to sign up. You don't know. So just put everyone on the list. On the Super Saturday, they gave us a great memory jogger to write down people on our list, that STEAM list. I'll have Ms. Raquel Aubrey drop it in the chat after the group. People who are sales oriented, people who are self-starters, people who are teachers or coaches, right? I can't remember the others. People to EAM, right? Ambitious, money motivated. But now you can think of those categories and just write people who come to your head. And as you're writing them, guess what? Think about people connected to them who fit into those categories. Now your list will never run out. Guys, you should never be saying ever that you don't have no one else to put on your list. Sometimes I think of high school people, then I think of like who that person used to date in high school. I write that person's name down. Then who that person used to hang out with. And now you got so many people to reach out to. Maybe you can say, who goes to my church? Okay. Do they have any kids? Okay. Who she used to sit next to in church? Oh, that lady. Does she have any children? What about her husband? You see, it keeps growing. But it's your mindset, it's your approach to it. You can't self-defeat and be like, I don't know nobody. You know so many people. You're just counting yourself out. So guys, I want you to write the list. I want you to massively invite to the calls that you choose, okay? Your people don't know that we do these calls every day. They don't. You're inviting the same way Mr. Murphy taught us. Listen, edify and invite. See, you've got to edify the presenter. If you're doing a call where maybe it's Mr. Raquel Aubrey going to be doing the presentation or Miss Jody Fountain, you're like, listen, I'm working with this phenomenal lady. I mean, oh my God. When you hear her, you're going to be blown away. She's doing a private call Wednesday at 12 noon. And, you'd already cleared her schedule, right? So she's doing a call at Wednesday at noon. Listen, you've got to hop on. But if you cannot make it, if you can't make it, let me know, because I've got a couple other people who are waiting to hop on the call. Can I count on you to be there? Or can you make it? Okay, you want to edify them. Listen, this young lady, she's super amazing. I mean, she's helping so many people. And what she's taught me in this short amount of time has already blown my mind. You've got to hear her. She's having a private call, Thursday at 1. And she told me I can invite 2 people, and I thought of you first. Just use the stuff that they taught us, y'all. This is how you apply the stuff that you learn on the trainings. Okay? Massively invite and find a way to edify just a little bit the person and the information that they're going to be hearing. This information is going to change your life. This young lady, this young man, he's so quiet, but he's a humble giant, man. He has a heart of gold, and I mean, he's really helping a lot of people. When you get on this call, you're going to be so happy. He's doing a private call Friday at 6 p.m. I thought about you first because I could have 2 people hop on, and I knew this would be right up your alley. Would you be able to make it? Just invite. The worst they can say is no, they can't make it, and that's cool. That's cool. We're just going through the numbers. I want you to think about this before we go, guys. If I told you, let's do the exercise. Something someone did with me back in the day.
So,
Hey,
real quick, it's Evie. I
What's up,
was driving home, so I didn't catch the beginning, but it's something I wanted to ask you anyway. Like,
sure.
I'm trying a couple of different approaches, right? And and maybe it's an exercise you could do right now since you need an example for one.
Uh-huh.
But you know how you were talking about the list just now?
Mhm.
I said, okay, let me not focus on the people that I have a relationship with. You know, like people like I know, because that was what my initial list was made up of.
Mhm.
And for the most part, everybody either I'm not ready, I'm not interested. So I said, okay, let me try a different approach, right?
Mhm.
So I've been reaching out to people who either commented on something I posted on social media or something like that.
Mhm.
And I've been DMing them. Now, as far as, you know, going into it, it's easier when you're talking to somebody and be like, or you call somebody up and say, hey, you know, real quick, excuse me, my throat is killing me. Yeah, so it's easier to be in a rush when you're talking to somebody, but as far as, you know, if you're DMing to like pique interest or bring to a presentation, is there, can you give me any like tips? Because what I've done, and I even tried it today, where you kind of say, hey, what's up, how things going, and then I jumped right into the verbiage, you know, Vince gave, like, hey, you know, in the last 10 years, the money that's flowed through your account, have you, you know, how much have you made on it? Like, you know, just kind of get the conversation going.
Mhm.
But this is just in Messenger. Now, would you suggest something like that, or should I essentially like get their contact information first, or get that one-to-one via phone?
Yeah.
Like,
So the whole point, great question too, Evie, and thanks for being honest. Thanks for being transparent to share your experience.
yeah,
What I would recommend y'all is if you're using social media, right, to prospect, I always say use social media to go fishing. But once you built the rapport, get them on the phone. Don't invite them through Messenger because they're going to leave you on scene. They're going to go missing.
got you.
So
Got you.
you got to build and here's how you know you've built rapport is if you get to a point where it's comfortable and not awkward asking for the contact. Like you can't talk to someone today and just meet them. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Just from a Facebook post and then be like, you know, hey, what's your contact number? Even you can't even be like, how much money have your money made on you to a total stranger? Because they're gonna be like, who are you and why are you asking me my business?
Right.
Then they're gonna leave you on scene, right? So
Right.
you gotta make sure that you're building rapport with these people. So how do you do that? You gotta ask them questions. When you're like, okay, so here's what I do. And Darryl, I'm gonna let Darryl come on in a second because he's been on a Facebook leads presentation or webinar for 3 days straight. No, but for me, guys, when I prospect online, and y'all know I built my business mostly on social media. And guys, this is a segue for Evie. This does not mean don't go call your list. I still want y'all to go write your list of people you know, because those are gonna be the people we're gonna get started quickly if you invite enough of them. Okay. Now for Evie, here's what I do. If someone likes something on my profile, I'm gonna go to their page and check them out and see what they're about. If I see some like they got entrepreneurship or they're talking positive stuff, I'll hit them up. Hey man, really good content. I really love what I see on your page. Just curious, what do you do? And then I have them talking. Oh, where you from? Okay, how long you been doing that? All right, you love that? I mean, is that the end all be all? Like, I just have a conversation where I'm not doing a whole lot of talking. I'm just asking them a whole lot of questions conversationally, not drilling them like like you the FBI. Okay, like you want to have a conversation, but you're getting them to talk about themselves. And a lot of times
Gotcha.
you ask people what they do. You're like, how long you been doing that? Oh, I've been doing it 3 years. Okay, cool. And this is through Messenger, right? Cool.
Right.
You're like, all right, cool. You enjoy it. You like what you do. Or if they said they've been doing it like 5 years, oh, you must like what you do. They'll say, nah, not really. Now I'm starting to know, okay, this person don't really like their job. Okay, prospect, but I'm not going to say the next minute, come look at my presentation, right? I'm just gonna, okay, cool. So like, if it sounds like you're just doing that to pay bills, huh? They're like, yeah. So if you could have it your way, like, what would you be doing? What would the dream job be? And I get them talking, I'm finding out about that. Okay, cool, that's what's up. You born and raised in New York or just lived there? Oh, I'm from Colorado. What was the move? Like, I just get them talking. And when you get people talking,
Right.
they start over talking and they start telling you things that they would not have told you if you had asked. They just start giving information. And then when they give me something that I can grasp on, then I'll kind of politely, start to segue into, what I do, but not to say present to them yet. Because the reason why people are leaving you guys on scene or not interested or automatically assuming what you're doing is because you're jumping into bed with them too quick. And they know that you're trying to pitch them because people are doing it to them all day. You got to treat this, y'all got to treat this like dating. If you just meet someone tonight at the bar, you're going to talk to them and get to know them a little bit before you say, hey, you coming back with me? You coming home with me? They'll be like, who are you, crazy? That's how they looking at you. Like, that is literally how they looking at you. You ain't even know like nothing about them. You're like, listen, you cute. You coming with me? They're like, you better get from me, right? But if you like finesse them, you're like, hey, what's up? Where you from? Oh, what kind of work you do? Oh, how long you been doing that? Now you're having a conversation. They're enjoying talking to you. And then guess what? You can actually add, a lot of times on social media. Here's why. I know I'm all over the place, but I think it all makes sense. Then Darryl, I'm coming to you. Here's why, even though social media is a great place to prospect, because it's millions of people at your fingertips, it takes a lot longer time to get them from cold to a presentation because you got to take time to build rapport. You're not going to talk to someone brand new today and be able to present to them today. It's going to be really tough because it's really cold. That's why it's cold. You got to warm this person up. And sometimes that could take several conversations. But if you know someone who's a coworker, a colleague, a family member, a cousin, they know you, they're already warm. You ain't gotta get them from cold to hot. You gotta get them from warm to hot. You see what I'm saying? So in-person interaction moves you through your process a whole lot faster than a cold. So you can call a friend and say, hey, what you doing tonight at 8? And they're like, nothing. Listen, I just connected with this incredible young lady. Her name is Evie. Man, she's doing some amazing things. And listen, if you hear her speak, you're going to be blown away. And I know you're going to love it. She told me I could get someone on the call. Would you be available to hop on tonight? Yeah, I can hop on. That's the end of that communication. You know them, they're hopping on or not. But if you got a person, a total stranger from Facebook, you got to build rapport. You got to go like some of their stuff. You got to add some value to their life first before they even care about what your opportunity is. So it's a lot more leads, but it takes longer time. That's why I didn't mention social media. I want y'all to write a list of people y'all know. That's how you're going to go P150 this week. You're not going to go P150 from Facebook. I promise you.
Got you. Because, a lot of times it's either friends of friends or stuff like that. And then it's like, oh, I haven't spoken to this person in a while. So you kind of reach out, but you're like, okay, let me see.
Yeah,
let me get them on the presentation.
Make those connections and reach out and build rapport and find out how they're doing. But you can't go from, I ain't talked to you in 10 years to let me invite you to my call tonight.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
They're not going to be feeling it. They're going to be like, what's she trying to sell me? Because people are doing it to them all day. So you don't want to come off as like that. So you can't jump. You can't move too fast. You're moving too fast. And when you move too fast, you get no play. I'm playing. Darryl, if you want to chime in, let me know what you want to chime in.
I was going to say, unless you me, so, because all of that, hey, let's just get out of here, works for me. I don't know about you. But
that's that Baltimore in you, boy.
I was going to say that, you're perfect as far as how you were explaining. You could have been on that. You could have been one of those trainers this weekend. But I found that a lot of the people who were talking about the social media prospecting, they were hopping on calls, but they were using the Facebook call, because a lot of people, you know, they may not, like you said, when you start trying to get personal information, they're like, well, wait a minute, I don't know. But if you say, hey, well, let's just hop on a quick call on Facebook, then that's a little bit different. And, you know, then you can move. Then what they were talking about was moving them over to Zoom after that. You know, trying to get them to Zoom was the ultimate thing. But the other thing I was going to say is, one thing that really gets me when I'm talking to people, you can tell that someone's prospecting you because they just ask you question after question after question, and it becomes an interrogation. And so you get really annoyed by that. And even though it kind of tickles me and I kind of stay involved with it just to see where it's going to go, a lot of people don't want that. And so you still have to every now and then throw, like you said, make it conversational. Throw some, yeah, how did that make you feel? I know I felt this way. Or, you know, and, you know, you just got to put your own, you got to add some of your own conversation to it. You just can't ask question after question after question after question, because then you're robotic.
Exactly. Great. That's great value, guys. So you got to have conversation. Yo, let me tell you why you're making this hard. This is becoming difficult because you're forgetting how to talk and how to have a conversation. Y'all don't know how to do that. We've been doing that our whole life. Just because we're talking business don't mean you got to change the game up. Talk regular. You're just speaking with intention now, because you know at the end of this conversation, maybe not be this conversation today, but at some point in this friendship, this relationship, this interaction, I'm going to, you know, try to get this person in front of my information. Just be you, be authentically you. And you got to really care about helping the people. You can't just be looking for signups. If you're looking for signups, guys, it's going to be short-lived. When I'm out here prospecting, I'm literally looking for people who I can work with and help move our agenda forward, which is to share this information with as many people as possible. Start to look at it that way.
The other thing I was going to say real quick, Soap, is you're right. It's really just a conversation. Like they say, you're at a party or something, and you're just conversation with people. But like you said, the only thing that your agenda is going to be is that you have certain guided questions that you know you're going to get into the conversation. Because like they say, you're going to at some point turn it around to business. And you're going to put it in a way that they're going to ask you, hey, well, what is it that you do?
Exactly. Guys, that's all. Like my conversations when I'm talking to people, especially even in public, because I'm always trying to sharpen my skills, right? And I've started doing this thing now where I'm going to places where I'm uncomfortable, like where the rich people hang out, where I know I'm the brokest person there, and they're looking at me like who she is and why she here. She ain't even look like she belong, right? I'm putting myself in those positions so I can test myself, because I'm friendly. So if I'm sitting somewhere, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not an alcoholic, but I do go to the bar because it's comfortable and that's where people are open and willing. So I go to, but I've just changed the bars I go to, right? So now I'm trying to go to like really nice hotels, you know, Ritz-Carlton. I just found out near where I live, there's a Waldorf Astoria, you know, residence with a beach club. So you know I'm going there this weekend, right? I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna sit there at that bar, have a drink. And when people come, I'm friendly and I'm welcoming. So I'm like, hey, what's up? How's it going? Start talking. I'm from the Bahamas. Oh, my favorite thing is, oh my God, what do you do? And then they're like, oh, I own this firm. Oh, really? Tell me a little bit about that. Like, what do you do? I'm curious. I get them talking about what their business is. And then eventually, y'all, after they talk about themselves so much and they realize it, you know what they say? So what about you? That's the question I've been waiting on for the last 20 minutes. Right? Now I'm able to say to them, listen, well, basically I'm a network marketing professional. You know, I focus on investments and really helping people, you know, get introduced to the foreign exchange market. Oh, really? How's that working out for you? That's typically what they ask. I'm like, it's been phenomenal, man. I never knew that there was so much money to be made for my phone. Really? How does it work? Right? Now I'm not going to present to them, but I'm just like, we have an amazing community of people who are doing really well in the markets. And, you know, I've started a private investment group where we're putting other people in position to really learn this information. I mean, I'm super excited. I'm so excited I'm able to do this for my people back home in the Bahamas, you know, because we never had access to this type of info before now. So, I mean, I'm just really excited for what, you know, 2021 holds. You know, do you have a card? Sure, here. Man, you know, you come here often. This is actually my first time, but I love it here. You know, Bob has been taking care of me here at the bar, so I'm definitely going to be back. It's been a pleasure meeting you, man. And then I always got my earphones in, so I always can just dip. I can always be in a rush at any moment because I can make my phone ring and answer the phone and end that convo because I don't want them to ask me about the info. I want the card so I can send them a text later and say, hey, this is Sophie from the Bahamas you met today, at the Waldorf. Just wanted to, say great conversation and just wanted to connect. You can plug me in. Now, I'm going to follow up later in the week and be like, hey, I know you had asked me a couple questions. I'm actually working with someone who's from where you said you were from. They told me if I had someone, if you're interested, I'd be more than happy to extend the invite. If they say no, that's cool. I don't care. I did my part and I got their contact. And I might see them at that place again and we can part two. All right. And y'all, I do it all the time to just try to get sharper. I don't care if they sign up. These people are multi-millionaires. They probably don't care about Forex at all. But guess what? I'm growing because I know they're rich. And I just had a conversation and they looking at me like, why is she here? Who is she first to? That young lady might actually have something going for herself. Mission accomplished. Even if I don't get the card, it don't matter. It's just being uncomfortable and putting yourself in those type of positions. Because now, if I go sit somewhere somewhere where we call back home, right? Somewhere pop down, and I'm talking to somebody, they can't shake me because I just finished talking to someone who I can see got money. Listen, I can tell you about Forex all day. Like, you can't throw me off, but you got to build the reps. You got to do the reps and build the muscle. All right? Y'all laughing at me, right? Deborah's like, I'm not an alcoholic. No, because I'm not gonna lie. I don't do much. I work a lot. So sometimes, and I work from home. So sometimes I just got to get out the house and I don't want to eat. I'm trying to get this physique together, y'all. I don't want to eat, so I just go have a drink. Vodka and tonic, no calories.
No, we just want to know why you felt the need to throw that in, so that I'm not alcoholic.
Y'all be like, why you always at the bar? That's why. Okay? No, I'm playing. No, but that's a good question. That's a good question, guys. So just keep that in mind. Prospect, use people you know first. If you for this call, we go on P150 this week. You're gonna need it to be people who are already warm, who already trust you. Remember, they trust you, but they don't respect you in business. So they trust you enough to get on the call, but you got to edify the call and the person presenting so they can respect that person. Y'all, if you focus on just these 2 days this week that you chose, and you get intentional about inviting, you're going to have guests on the call. We're going to do our job as the leadership on that call, and we're going to close some deals for you. But you got to have people there for us to close. All you got to do right now is focus on inviting. Edify and invite. Edify and invite. Okay, Jody, I see you got your hand up. Let me take. Go ahead and you can unmute, Jody, if you had something. That's Jody. Who's?
No, that's Raquel, Sophie.
Oh, that's okay. I see Aubrey, Bahamas Traders. I don't know which one is who. Okay, Raquel, that's you.
Sorry, I had my hand up for something else you were asking earlier.
Oh, okay, no problem. So I'll lower your hand so you're good. All right, awesome. Guys, before we go, was this helpful? Does this give you an actual clearly defined objective, like to get done today? Like now you got something you know you need to be doing today. Outside of the academy, outside of what you're doing, trading. From the business side, now you need to write a list and invite to the date that you chose and get as many people on that call. Okay? And then once you get people on the call, guys, you got to make sure you're using a three-way call to follow up so we can close them for you. Okay? Let the leadership, any platinum 600 and above in our organization can close the deal. I'm telling you that right now. So no matter, it doesn't have to be, we are a team. Okay? One team, one dream. We're all moving toward the same goal. Now I what I want to put out there, but I want y'all to know this. So you do want to go through your lineage, okay? So if I enroll Darryl, Darryl enrolled me and Raquel enrolled Darryl, right? If Darryl is a platinum 600, my first person I'm going to reach out to for my three-way is Darryl. Darryl not available, maybe he can't do the call, then you move to Raquel. Raquel can't do the call, then you let me see if Jody can do the call, okay? Now, if no one in your lineage is available, and sometimes that happens, we're going to try to make sure that doesn't happen in this group, in this team, but it does happen. Y'all, I'm always open and able to help you guys. I'm willing to close a deal for anyone, but I should not be your first unless you're personally enrolled by me. If I enroll you in this business, call me, put me to work. But you want to go through your lineage of the business, because the people who are platinum 1000s, who are platinum 2000s, who are platinum 600s, guys, they're those levels for a reason. They can handle it. So I need y'all to start trusting the leadership, okay? Use them, put them to work. Get these people on a three-way call, okay? But what I've noticed, and nothing's wrong with it, y'all, I'm just saying, if we're building a scalable business, right, we got to do things that are duplicatable, right? We can't do what works. We got to do what we can teach and what we can duplicate. If you guys are all calling me for your three-ways, guess what your team's going to start doing? Who are they going to start calling for their three-ways? Me. I can't do everyone's three-ways. So we got to teach them, you know, to go through the ranks, go through the lineage, go through the hierarchy of the chain of command here, because everyone here can help. Everyone here, everyone who's a platinum 600 and above can close your guess. I'll put my head on the chopping block. You can get Deborah on a call, she's gonna close your guess. You can get Darryl on a call, he's gonna close your guess. You can get James on a call, Pam on a call, Raquel, Jody, you know, Nicole, they can close your guess for you. All right, they can do it. All you gotta do is reach out to them and let them know you schedule it. That's another thing with three-ways, and then I promise you this is the last thing. When you have a three-way, you've got to make sure that you schedule it at least a few minutes in advance. Don't call the person and say, can you do a three-way right now? Because you don't know how many other three-ways they have scheduled, how many other people they help it. Let them know, hey, can you do a three-way in 30 minutes? Can you do a three-way at 5:30? Schedule it. We got to schedule our success. So the same way we schedule presentations, we schedule trainings, we schedule go lives, schedule your three-ways. And if someone sees a presentation right now at 4:40, they just finished watching it, you don't have to feel like you got to get them on the three-way right this second at 4:42, or else they ain't gonna sign up. Guys, let them know. If they seen it. Listen, are you available at 5:30 to speak? Yeah, I'll be okay, cool. Then you got some time to get a leader scheduled to handle that call and close the deal for you. All right. So remember, this is your business. You're in control. Your prospects aren't. You are in control. They don't know you dying for a sign up. You really don't want them to know that at all. They think that they need to start feeling like they're privileged to be able to get in front of you and get on the phone with one of your leaders, one of your mentors, who can put them in a position to change their lives the same way you're changing yours. Move with that level of posture, right? Number CBD, not CBD, CBP. Confidence, belief, and posture. Okay? CBP, Customs and Border Patrol, right? Confidence, belief, and posture. Every time you're talking to anyone, when you're about to pick up that phone to invite someone to a call, remember CBP, confidence, belief, posture, then call them, okay? Confidence, belief, posture, okay? Nah, Deborah, I'm just hyped, man. I'm feeling so good today. I don't know. I'm just happy and grateful today because I know these type of trainings, if we can duplicate this in this organization, y'all, whew, so many chairmen are loaded. So many chairmen. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited. No, but come on, CBP and CBD sounds very, very, very similar, okay? CBD, CBP. Say CBP 10 times. Bet you just spit everywhere. CBP, y'all do it right now. CBP, CBP, CBP. That's hard. It's hard. Nah. Nah, I'm playing. Nah, but I appreciate y'all for hopping on, okay? I appreciate y'all for hopping on today, you know, middle of the afternoon. But this is fourth quarter. This is when we got to lay all our cards on the table. So you're going to see me do random pop-up trainings all the time. If you can't get on, that's cool. I know some of you are back at work. I'll post the recordings. But whatever you can hop on, because I guarantee you it's going to be value-packed, and it's going to be full of things that you can implement immediately, like right now, to really build your business and take it to the next level. All right. So I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely pack out the call tonight. I've got a call with Deborah tonight at 8 p.m. Get your guests on. Mr. Owens is doing a call at 9 p.m. on the Invest in 2020 line. Get guests on the call. Get people in front of this information, guys, so we can all hit P150 this week. 3 new customers, y'all. Every single one of you guys can do it. I'm looking forward to seeing us introducing people to these calls because we're getting people in front of the information. All right. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'm going to go calm down and y'all have a good one. All right. Take care.